social media actually made better jewelers? Now, it's a question that I've been thinking about a lot recently. If you'd asked me 20 years ago, the answer would have been very different. We learned from books, apprenticeships, experienced jewelers, and more important, by making mistakes at the bench. Today, everything though has changed. Open Instagram, TikTok or YouTube and within minutes you'll find somebody setting diamonds, engraving by hand, laser welding, polishing platinum or making an engagement ring from start to finish. And it is fascinating to watch. But here is the question. Does watching all of that make you a better jeweler? Or does it simply make you a better spectator? Now, I genuinely believe social media has transformed our industry for the better in many ways. Now, years ago, many jewelers guarded their techniques. If you asked somebody how something was made, the answer was often, "That took me 30 years to learn." Today, someone on the other side of the world can show you a technique in a short video. Now, I've learned from jewelers in Italy, Germany, America and Japan without even leaving my workshop, and that is remarkable. Social media has connected our industry like never before. It's inspired thousands of people to pick up a sword frame for the very first time. For that alone, I am grateful. But there is another side. Watching isn't the same as doing, and you can watch 50 films on flush setting. You know exactly which tools someone uses. You can explain every step perfectly, but then when you sit down at the bench and suddenly nothing goes to plan, because jewelry making isn't just knowledge. It's feel, it's pressure, it's hand skills. It's learning how metal behaves. It's hearing when the saw blade is cutting correctly. And I know exactly when solder is about to flow. These things only come through experience. But I've also noticed something else that social media has encouraged. It's become very easy to build an image with cinematic camera work, dramatic lighting, slow motion footage, and inspiring music. Almost any workshop can look extraordinary. Now, don't get me wrong, I love producing high quality videos. Good production keeps people watching and makes learning more enjoyable. But there's an important difference between producing beautiful videos and producing exceptional jewelry. Sometimes you'll see people confidently telling everyone they are among the best in the world or calling themselves master craftsmen. Then you look carefully at the jewelry itself. Often it's perfectly nice jewelry. It's perfectly wearable, but it's fairly ordinary work that many competent jewelers could produce. The confidence is huge. The craftsmanship doesn't always match the claims. The danger is that newer jewelers begin to confuse popularity with ability. They assume that millions of followers automatically means world-class craftsmanship. It doesn't. Followers measure popularity. They don't measure technical skill. Likes don't tell you whether someone can hand fabricate a complicated commission, restore an antique heirloom, or solve a repair that leaves even experienced jewelers scratching their heads. Some of the finest jewelers I've met over the last 40 years hardly use social media at all. They're simply too busy making outstanding jewelry. They don't need to tell everyone how good they are. Their work speaks for itself. And I think that's an important lesson. In this trade, your jewelry should do the talking, not your ego. Another thing that social media often hides is failure. We see the finished ring, the sparkling gemstones, that perfect polish. What we don't see are the failures, the the cracked casting, the chipped stone, the solder joint that just didn't flow, the 6 hours spent remaking a piece from scratch. That's where the real learning happens. Every experienced jeweler has made countless mistakes. That's how experience is earned. There's another problem too. Short form content. Jewellery making simply doesn't fit into 60 seconds. You can speed everything up, skip the difficult parts, cut out the frustrations, and the viewer walks away thinking, that looks easy. Then they try it. It isn't. Some jobs take hours. Some take days, some take years to master. Craftsmanship doesn't happen at the speed of a social media reel. But having said that, social media has inspired more people to become jewelers than ever before. Without it, many talented people would never have discovered this trade. So I don't think social media is the problem. It's simply a tool. The important question is how we use it. Do we spend our evenings endlessly scrolling, or do we switch the phone off and spend time at the bench? Because that's where improvement happens, not by watching, but actually by doing, by practicing, by making mistakes, by trying again tomorrow. So, has social media made better jewelers? I think the answer is both yes and no. It has certainly given us access to knowledge that previous generations could only dream of. It has connected jewelers across the globe. It has inspired thousands of people to begin this wonderful craft. But information alone doesn't create craftsmanship. Experience does. Time at the bench does. Making mistakes does. Social media can inspire you. It can point you in the right direction, but it can never replace the hours, patience, and dedication needed to become a truly accomplished jeweler. Now, I'd love to know what you think. Has social media made better jewelers, or has it simply made some people better at marketing themselves? Leave your comments and your thoughts down below. If you've enjoyed this discussion, please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in the next one. Everyone, take care.